Hey folks, this is Mad aka Slash here. We're back in another episode of Slash Build. I'm down here, this is my little, whoops. This is my little branch mine that I've got here at Bedrock Layer underneath the village. I don't know if I had shown that before, but the only way back up, because I just used a drop shaft to get down here, is via this portal. And the reason I came down here to start the video is because I'm very interested in how the different portal mechanics work. For example, you go through that portal, you end up in this portal. I go back through this portal. I end up at this portal, which is the one hanging underneath the bird, the Zelda base. Oh, okay, that was just a chunk error. Now, what I'd like to do today, based on a suggestion actually from my wife, whoops, is drown myself in a pillar of water by accident. No, what I want to do is I want to work on a new Nether hub, one that's better than the one that we were just in. And to get there, we're going to go through this portal yet again and bounce up to here. So this is the new Nether hub, cleaned out area, I guess. I don't know what exactly you'd call it. The template, the basic, who's and watch it. Who's and what? It's a technical term. Who's and watch it. But anyway, we're gonna try to build a new Nether hub here. I've already got the Nether portals in place, and I've got an area here. I forget how big I made this off the top of my head, but I made sort of an octagon shape, because what I want is I want for each side of the octagon to be the departure slash arrival station for some destination here in the Nether. I don't have it worked down exactly which ones are going where yet. I gotta figure out coordinates, and of course, since I'm in a big vaguely circular room, I don't actually have a good idea of what? How did I get these before? Oh, that's right, I lowered the floor one. But I don't actually know which way is which at this point. And I don't have any of the coordinates for my other portals written down, so we won't be building any track today. But that's fine, because we're actually going to have plenty of work to do in placing all of these blocks. The recommendation was to use jungle wood planks. I brought a whole bunch of logs to compact things. Nether brick, and try and find some use for lapis lazuli so that doesn't look like poo, basically. So we're going to see what we can do about that. I'm going to put a little base around here and actually do half, darn you, do half slabs for the floor to prevent pigmen from spawning and hopefully ghasts from spawning. So far I've been lucky as far as that goes, but you can never be too certain. And then actually, do I want the obsidian showing? You know what, I'm gonna pull all this out one. So it's just going to be a lot of grunt work, I think, in this episode. So I'm probably going to take the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about other random things as I think about it. Don't go through there. I think I lost like 4 through the portal. Oh well. So yeah, just before this, I didn't upload, but I finished recording the last little bit that I needed for Slash Plays Minecraft SMP. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to sound like a downer, but I am actually a bit concerned about where that series is going to end up going. A lot of the server regulars are. Oh, do we have half slabs yet? I don't remember. I can't remember what's in the snapshot and what's not. Let's see if we can craft some half slabs. Oh, we can. Excellent. Not sure how many we're gonna need, but this will save us some blocks by doing it this way. Sorry. But a lot of the server regulars on there have gotten kind of bored, I think, with the whole Minecraft thing. Which happens to some folks. They get burned out and they just don't want to play anymore. And that's fine. I mean, I could probably find... There are going to be some folks on there every once in a while, no matter what. And, there we go. That's nice. And even if there's not people on when I'm recording, then that's not too big of a deal. I mean, I can still find something to do that would be fun and entertaining. It's just, I would prefer... I guess I'll do this side next. I would prefer to be able to do stuff with people on the server as opposed to just doing my own thing. Because then, you know, it might as well be just a single player server, you know? Nothing particularly interesting there. I think we'll do some nether brick fences in here, maybe. So, I don't know. I'm concerned about that, and I'm also kind of concerned about just the state of the server, because I know that they're having some issues. They're trying to go to Craft Bucket, and they're actually having some issues with Craft Bucket, causing some lag that might make things a little bit more difficult. So we shall see where things go. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that it will work out. But enough of that. I mean, I talk about that a decent amount in my SMP video that I just finished recording, so no need to rehash it here, really. So, personal anecdote. We hosted I have two kids. Just for anybody who doesn't know me, I have two kids. One is, my son is 5.5, my daughter's 2.5. And we hosted the 2.5-year-old daughter of family friends. Oops, dang it. That bone there like that. Because the couple was going away for a like marriage counseling retreat, you know, one of those just marriage strengthening things that's like, you know, all couples go and have a good time and, you know, whatever. Generally offered, excuse me? Generally offered through a church or something like that is usually how those go. Oh, man, I really shouldn't have put this here. Alright, I'll just leave it here for now. Do we want to do the ceiling next? I should have brought some scaffoldings, but I should. Well, I have some nether rack in the chest. So it was a lot of fun having her around. It was actually kind of entertaining because for us as the parents, because our kids, like I said, are pretty close in age. They play together really well, and they're very high energy, and they're used to being high energy, and we're kind of used to them being high energy. They're exhausting sometimes, but you know, we're used to it. And then we have our oh, that was exactly 64. That's kind of cool. We have our friend's daughter over, sort of for an extended sleepover, and she is so much lower energy than we're used to, that she's just sort of mellowing out. She's like, all right, yeah, I'm doing the thing, you know, this is nice, you know, whatever. And it was so foreign to us. She was such an easy child in comparison to our own. Not that we, you know, I mean, we have a good time with ours, and they can be, they're not like bad, they're not badly behaved in any real sense of the word, but they are rascals, you know. They've got that high energy that most kids that age have. But our house guests, we realized afterwards, our house guests, all of her sisters are teenaged. Give me that back. So she's used to the more mellow kind of energy anyway, so she's probably picked up on that and adopted that for herself. And I think she had a bit of a cold, too. Or she was finishing up getting over it. So that would have a factor, or an impact as well. It was just so funny. Like, she really didn't know what to do with with our kids too much. She had a good time. But there were times that you would look at her and you could tell she was sitting there thinking, wow, you guys are crazy. Ugh. I hate doing ceilings in this game because it's always awkward trying to move around, looking up. Like, I know I'm just staring at a computer screen, and my perspective here is fine. I don't have an uncomfortable perspective. I'm looking straight ahead. But I don't know if I'm just immersed far enough or what, but it feels like the darned game, or it feels like my neck is craned way up. And it actually starts hurting my neck, putting these stupid blocks up into the top. I don't know if anybody else gets that way. If you do, please comment below. Yeah. So I'll be happy when I get this part in. I'm gonna go for, I think, the same look bottom and top. I just kind of like that sort of sandwiched in, oops, look where it's the floor and the ceiling match, and then you do something different with the walls. I think that generally works out pretty well. We'll give it a shot and see what we see. Damn it! Dan it? I think I said Dan it just then. I don't know who Dan is, but apparently it's his fault. Alright. I need more stairs. And less scaffolding. Whoa! Hate it when that happens. I picked up my mouse slightly. It's a laser mouse. I don't think there are a whole lot of not wheel, but like mouse ball mice out in the wild these days. But I picked up my mouse just slightly, and the laser freaks out when you do that. It flat out just says, nope, I have no idea which way you're looking, and starts spinning y'all around. And it really only is evident in Minecraft. Because using any other program, it's not something that you really notice, but for some reason, it is definitely an issue here. Oh. So right now I only have 3 destinations that are of any import. I think I actually have a 4th portal somewhere, but it's not one that I make use of currently. But just sort of getting an idea of, okay, what destinations do I actually have in this world? There's the main base, which this portal will go to. And there's the old farm, which was the original base, which is off closer to 0, because it was very close to where the original spawn point of the map was. And technically, I could put a portal at the spawn point as well, on the nether side, to match the one that is in the overworld end, but that would sort of defeat the purpose of having the rapid shortcut over to the original base. For times when I sleep in a bed that I forget is actually obstructed, and is there mainly for decoration purposes, and as a result I end up spawning back at the original spawn point. I want a fast way home. Almost done here. So there's the farm, there's the end, which is the most popular destination for me of all of those, because that's where all my enchanting happens these days. And there's the Nether Fortress, which is a somewhat popular destination for me as well, because I'll harvest nether brick there when I need it. Is this gonna place correctly? No. Shoot. Oh man, am I gonna have to redo like half of these? Stair placing mechanics are usually pretty cool, but right now they're a problem. That goes there. That goes there. Dang it. I'm gonna have to go all the way around. Oh, alright, well, let me, oh, this might finish this up. And then, get me in here, please. Beautiful. Alright, well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a short break. And I'm going to work on putting in the ring down here below and some jungle wood half slabs, I think top and bottom. And then we'll see what that looks like. So, be right back. Alright, and we're back. What I've done so far is I've finished the ring around the bottom and put in the jungle wood slabs, which I gotta say, I gotta hand it to my wife. I think that this is a very, very nice look against the netherrack. It doesn't have as much of that cherry look to it, that sort of rosy color, as it seems to in the overworld. I don't know if it's because it's next to the netherrack or whether it's because of the way the ambient lighting works in the nether that things are different. But I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm just trying to fill in the ceiling here a little bit. Now what I've done, you'll notice I've put a couple half slabs over there, and I'd put some in the corners. That was just help me remember what the dimensions were of this top, so that I could walk around on it without having to worry too much about falling off. We're gonna try and get this filled in. So let's see, some more channel news for you. Talk about my YouTube channel. I've got plans to, in the very near future, hopefully tonight, but if not, another night in the near future, I want to record my attempt at Etho's Hungry Man Challenge. In case you're not familiar with any of Etho's speed challenges, this is one of those speed challenges. What you do, and I'll explain it in a little bit more detail in the actual video when I do it, but essentially what it is, it's you get 30 minutes on a new mode, or new world, played in hardcore mode, to accomplish some task. And previous challenges have been things like getting a full suit of armor, I think, is one of them. Or I know one of them was get every companion you can get in the game. So half an hour to get yourself a tamed wolf, a tamed ocelot, an iron golem, and a snow golem. What are some other challenges that he's done? I think brew every potion in the game. So that's a very tricky one, obviously, because you got to try and get yourself another fortress and get some blaze rods from the the withers, the blazes, and that's pretty tricky. What else is there? I can't remember any of the other ones that he's done off the top of my head, but they're usually pretty hardcore, and I'll tell you what. Oh, and one of the rules that they have is that it has to be a random seed, right? So sometimes luck factors into it. Well, all the time luck factors into it. Because of not knowing what world you're going to get. You can't study it ahead of time, you can't plan a strategy, you know, it's going to be completely random. And the ones that I have watched of Ethos, and I have watched quite a few, that guy has some of the craziest luck in getting worlds. And you can see he's doing a random world, you know, there's no seed input or anything. But he'll get worlds like, okay, he'll spawn in a jungle that has a jungle temple immediately right next to the spawn point, pretty much. And it's just impressive how often that sort of thing happens for him. I think on the potion speed challenge, when he built his nether portal, I think he ended up in another fortress, like right off the bat. So that's pretty ridiculous. So I'm going to try and get that up on the channel. I also have an idea that the latest craze in these YouTube videos is to put some sort of end slate on the end of your video. Something that sort of showcases your channel, talks about what other videos you have available for viewers to watch, that sort of thing. Reminds them to like, subscribe if they haven't, etc., etc. And I have an idea for one that I'd like to do for that. I have a little world set up in single player that I call Studio. That I created in... I guess I did it... I didn't go into MC Edit at all, I don't think. I think I just used the new flat world super flat presets thing that you can redefine what super flat means. Instead of just being, 1 layer of bedrock, 3 layers of dirt with sand on top. I set it up to be something like 60 layers or 30 layers of glass with a layer of bedrock underneath. And then I set up, I think that I may have used MC Edit for this, but I put up a massive wall of glowstone. And... darn it, I need more planks. Slabs, I mean. And then what you do, and I got the information for this technique from Zisto, but what you do is you edit your texture pack, and you set up the texture pack so that glass is completely transparent, no lines on it whatsoever. And for that, you have to turn off Optifine's connected textures, I learned. Otherwise, Optifine will mess that strategy up. But you do that, and then you also set the glowstone to be all one color. Like a lime green or something like that. By the way, if you heard a cracking sound right now, that was me cracking my knuckles. I don't know if the microphone could pick that up. But that's why I stopped moving for a second, because I needed to crack my knuckles. Random aside. Anyway, so you set that up, and then it becomes a green screen effect. Now mine is actually something like a magenta screen, because my skin, well, if I... there, you can just see it there, has a lot of green in it. So I didn't think a green shade was going to be a good idea for my backdrop. Alright, did I get it all? No, I missed a strip over there. Looks like that's it, though. Alright, let's go put that in. Can't reach. Oh no, can't reach. There. So I've got that studio world set up, and I've got an idea for something I might set up there to serve as an end slate for my videos, but that's probably going to be a little ways off. I'm likely not going to get to it tonight, which means it'll be at least 2 weeks out before you would start seeing it on my videos. I tend to record just peeking behind the scenes a little bit. We're going to try this lapis in the corners, by the way, and see what kind of mileage we can get out of this. But I tend to record all of my footage for a given week. Oops, dang it, that's what I was trying not to do. On Monday evenings. My wife works Monday afternoons, and then she has a community orchestra that she participates in. Yeah, this could work out. This could look kind of nice. As a third color brighten up the place a little bit. And And so she's gone for most of, like, from just before dinner. She didn't even get to eat dinner with us, but just before dinner to pretty much right before bedtime. I get up in the morning at 5 a.m. to go to work, so I don't stay up too late these days. But as a result, I have, once I get my kids to bed, I have a decent chunk of time that I can record, and if I don't get it all recorded during that chunk of time, chances are it's not going to get recorded for the week at all. This is why last week there was a little bit of a hiatus, because I just did not... I had the time last week, but I was not in the mood. And, you know, it's not... That comes across as sounding like I was being lazy or whatever. Yeah, that's nice. That works out well. Obviously, the nether rack is going to get changed up with something. But, yeah, I like it. So, yeah, so the problem is not, you know, that I was lazy. The problem is that Look, if you're not a parent, you're not going to understand. But I'll try to explain anyway. Sometimes, even if your kids aren't necessarily being horrible, they're still being bad enough and taking enough energy out of your life force, I guess, to be melodramatic about it. Give me a second. I'm trying to think where I want to place these lamps that they're going to work. Because if I put it on the corner, I won't have anywhere to power it from. Unless I power it from the top. And then enclose this in, maybe with another round of the stairs. It's a possibility. We'll give that a shot and we'll see what we get. But yeah, sometimes you just get plain tired out dealing with the kids. Even if they haven't necessarily been bad, quote unquote. They're not misbehaving, or they're at least not running you ragged with their misbehavior. They're still causing problems, and they're still causing you to exert a lot of energy to, I guess, keep them in line. I don't know exactly how to phrase it, but I'm also the type of person that things affect me deeply. I'm a little sensitive, I guess. I can very easily have my whole day ruined, quote unquote, by one particular event. And I try not to let it be the case. And nowadays I'm getting better at getting over it and moving on to doing other things. Let's try a line of stairs above that outside, and then we'll see what that looks like. But, you know, it affects your mood dealing with kids like that. And, that's the wrong number. Dang it. And so, by the time I got them in bed last week, I was just no longer... Get up there, for heaven's sakes. I was just no longer in the mood. Am I stuck in the... There we go. I was no longer in the mood to entertain. And I didn't want to just churn out a video and have it be like, well, here's a video. You guys want a video? I'll give you a video. You know, and just have it be very blah content, you know, for the sake of having content. I didn't want to do that. I thought it would be better, you know, let's just take a week off. Let's just see what the week holds if we just take a step back. That's only half a block from the top then. Maybe we'll take that up one more so that it kind of looks like a pillar supporting the room. But yeah, that's why there was no video. No new videos last week. And I had gotten into that for it was sort of a tangent off of, if I don't record on Mondays, get everything recorded that I want to record, then it's not probably going to show up on the channel, unfortunately. So, and that being said, I think we're about out of time for this episode, because I still have Feed the Beast to record. And if I have a chance, I do want to try and get that Ethos Speed Challenge out to you guys. They've always looked like fun. I've never really tried one. Leastwise, certainly not on camera. So I'll be very interested to see how well that works out. And in addition to that, I also have... I'm running a D&D campaign. Dungeons and Dragons, in case you're not familiar with the acronym. Or the abbreviation, whatever. And we're having a session of that on Friday this week. So it's just a couple of hours after the Feed the Beast goes up. That's what I'll be doing, is being a dungeon master for Dungeons and Dragons. And I have a decent amount of that first session's worth of adventure that I need to flesh out. And tonight is my best chance to finish that up and still have it ready for Friday. So, that's it. I gotta get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your patience with having skipped out on last week's content. And we will see you next time.